Most recording sessions don't fall apart because of the talent. They fall apart because nobody's in control. Your real job as an engineer is basically to keep the session moving. Artists don't want chaos. They want confidence. Hi, my name is Donnie Baker, and I'm here to talk to you today about being prepared in your session. Last week, we talked about things that you might need on a session or things you might need on a gig. Today, we're going to talk about what you have to do as an engineer. I mean, dude, you're driving the bus. Do you know what I'm saying? People want to know that someone is in charge, and that someone is you, my friend, if you are the engineer on this session. The real job of an engineer, not just pushing buttons. You're here to manage flow, to keep the session moving, to protect the momentum of the session. Dude, if a problem comes up, who's going to solve it? You are, my friend. You are the engineer. The best engineers keep the session moving without people noticing. Don't let somebody notice that the computer crashed. Don't let your artist know that you don't know where the thing is and you have to find it. You have to take a moment and find it. Maybe distract a little bit. Dude, there's so many tricks and tips that I can offer on how to keep a session moving without the artist even knowing that there's a problem. The best thing to do is to prep everything before everyone arrives. Prep everything before the artist even shows up. Have your session template. This is a session template. It's ready to go. I use this one on everything. All my tracks are labeled. Look, notice in my session template, all my tracks are labeled. I set up the headphones and test them and make sure that everything's working properly. If I'm on a big session, all the microphones that I'm using, I test everything before the artist even shows up. I never build anything when the client is sitting in the room with me. Everything's ready to go when they get there. Remove the friction before the session starts, so nothing is going to slow the session down. Preparation creates confidence. Keep the session moving. Avoid dead air. Don't let things slow down to the point where you're just sitting back as the engineer. If the artist needs to take a break, if the artist needs to do something, you think of something that you can do while the artist is taking a break. The artist has to go to the restroom. Think of something you can do. Think ahead of what you might need. You might need to make some more tracks because they're going to record some more vocals. You might need to do a little edit on the drum track, on the drum takes before they come back to do another take. Does that make sense? If any problems come up, be prepared to solve these problems very quickly. Don't disappear into menus. Don't just put your head down and click and talk. Don't not talk to the artist while you're doing the things that you have to do. Momentum is everything in a recording session. Honestly, I mean, one of the biggest things that I found is that helps move sessions along is communicate. If I can communicate clear instructions with what's happening and what I'm doing and how things are doing it, but still maintaining a calm tone. Don't get upset. Dude, when things are gonna break, things are gonna go weird. Your computer's gonna crash. Pro Tools never crashes, does it? Of course it does. I always say that if Pro Tools doesn't crash at least once during a session, there's something wrong with it. No, Pro Tools crashes, and you have to be prepared and ready to fix things without alerting don't blurt out to the artist, "Oh my God, Pro Tools crashed again. What am I gonna do?" No, I would calmly explain to the artist, "Hey, I need to take care of a little something. Something came up. I need to take care of a little something with the computer. If you want to take a little break, now's a great time. I probably need 3 or 4 minutes. Great time to go grab a tea. Great time to go grab a bathroom break. I'll be right back with you." And then just start. Don't try to explain what happened. If they ask, just say, "Oh, no, I got you. Take a break. I got you." And fix things. All right. If you got to restart everything, but do it calmly. People remember how the session went, how the session feels. They don't really remember how they did or what they did or when they did it, but they do remember how they felt during the session. So your job as engineer is to stay organized, save different versions. We can't stress that enough. Save different versions. So if you got the drum tracks, you did all the drums are ready, save that as the drums. Then copy it and move on to drums and bass or drums and guitar or whatever. You know what I'm saying. Keep notes. Have a notebook and a pencil ready to go. All right. Back your files up. I'm not going to say this again, Jimmy. Back your files up. Dude, back the files up. I mean, fortunately, we're on an Apple product, and it's got an automatic backup. Pro Tools has automatic backups, automatic save features. Most DAWs have an automatic save feature. Definitely install it and use it. Messy sessions create messy mixes. So imagine, even though you know that you're not going to be mixing this record, treat it like you are going to be mixing this record. The next engineer that is going to be doing the mix will definitely appreciate you. Trust me, I do mixes that I get from other engineers, and I am usually thankful that, one, they've labeled their tracks. That's a huge one. And that they've kept notes. You can leave comments. You can tell me what microphone you used. You can tell me what preamp you used. You can tell me if you used an EQ and a compressor on the way in on the vocals. These are great notes to give me as the mix engineer. Don't panic when something breaks. Now, here's one of the things, and I talked about it a little bit ago. If your computer crashes, all right, let the artist know, hey, listen, I got to take a little break. Something happened with it's fine. It's not a big deal. I just need I need to do a little something. Now's a great time to take a break if you're ready to take a break. Cables are going to fail. All right, cables can fail in the middle of a drum session. It happens, and you don't make a big deal of it. You just go replace the damn cable. Sometimes gear acts weird. It just, especially older, the vintagey gear, vintagey? Yeah, that's a word. I got you. Now, a lot of times it'll act weird, like it might not feel right today. It might not, the attitude's not right for the compressor, whatever. It's picky. Sometimes gear is picky, especially when it gets older. Professionals don't panic, bro. They just adapt. Learn to adapt to your surroundings, your energy in the room, how you feel, how you come across. Believe me, as long as you're making the artist feel comfortable and feel safe, that they don't have to worry about what you're doing as the engineer, bro, that's a client for life. That client's definitely gonna come back, because you have to protect the artist's energy. All right, don't kill the vibe of the session. Don't have an intern in the back of the room dancing while the guys no. Ask that intern to leave. Know when to talk as the engineer. More importantly, know when to be quiet. Know when to not talk. Yes, it's your session, but you don't need to interject at every moment in the session. That's the artist's song. You're the engineer. So understand, you have to know when to talk and when to stay quiet. Your job is part technical, part psychology. You have to keep the session moving, but you also have to you got to be a cool guy. You got to not be a dick. There are times when those things happen, but these are things, again, you need to stay calm and run the session. I've been in sessions where there was way too many people in the control room with me. There's a singer in the booth, and the whole band is here. They're done, but yet they're hanging out. They're in here with their homies. They're in here with their girlfriends and their wives and their kids, and they're talking and making a lot of noise. I'm not afraid, as the engineer, to ask the people in the control room, hey, would you guys mind taking that out into the lounge? We're trying to focus. The artist and I are trying to focus on capturing the vocals properly. If you are going to stay in here with us, please be quiet. We need to concentrate. And you don't be a dick about it. Don't go, hey, get out of my... No. You come across calmly and just explain, hey, we're trying to focus, and we're, a little bit of a distraction going on. Clients don't care how smart you are if the session is feeling stressful. If you got no organization, everybody's wasting the time, they're showing off. As an engineer, don't show off how smart you are. Don't show off your knowledge of how things work and try to explain how a compressor works to a drummer. No offense, drummer, I'm just playing. You don't need to go in and explain how these things are working. You don't need to over talk. You don't need to over speak when you're explaining how things are working. If somebody asks, if somebody's generally, if they're really interested in understanding how you do your thing, sure, there's times to do that, but then there's also times to not do that. Remember the point about knowing when to speak and when not to speak. This is it's all about the preparation. We're wrapping it up, so don't feel bad. Last week, I'll post here a link to last week's video about preparing with tools I think you might need on the gig, things you might need on the gig to make your gig as the engineer go smoothly. This is still more about preparation, being prepared. Your communication is key. being able to communicate with the artist, the drummer, the guitar player, the keyboard player. Everybody needs to know that you are in charge and you know what you're doing, because they see that you're organized. They see that you're ready to go and that you are calm and you are a leader. You're the bus driver. It's your bus, you're driving the bus, it's your ship, you're navigating through the canal, whatever. However you want to analyze it and make an analogy about it, that's fine. But yeah, you are in control. The engineer is in control of the room. These are real world systems that I enjoy bringing to you. Workflow, how things actually work. Today we had a class on basics of compression. It was like an introductory class of compression. So a couple of the guys in there were a little bored because they kind of knew things about compressors, but it's for beginners. So we have these things in our free school community. Okay, I'm going to leave a link to our school community down in the description here on YouTube, and I'll also pin a comment there where you can just go click over there, man. Come on over. It's a lot of fun. A lot of people over there. We're talking. We're hanging out. One of the things that came out today on the call today, there's a ton of information that you can go find here on YouTube, for instance, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. There's a ton of information about what we do as professionals, as engineers, and you can go look at that. The best thing to do is to speak with a mentor, to hang out with your peers and ask questions there. You can ask pretty much any specific question. I got you, Jimmy got you, Clark's got you, George is back over there, Jenny Sue is over there in the corner, and she's ready to tell you all about how the things work as engineers. I mean, it's a community of us, so you should come join us and come hang out. It's a lot of fun. Again, I'll leave a link down in the description. Confidence keeps your clients coming back. That's a Southern thing, isn't it? Sorry. No, the confidence. You have to be confident in what you're doing. You're the engineer, you're the driver, you're the boss, you're the leader. Be prepared. That keeps your clients coming back. I'm gonna leave a link to last week's video right here so you'll be prepared on whatever it is you might need. We will see you next time. Donnie B, I am out. Have a great week. Peace.